Hey guys, welcome back to World of Warships. So this is a replay of what I just did. Like I just did this, and I was just like filming just for fun with like the mute mic, with the mute mic, the microphone muted, and I was like, I haven't played my Ranger in a minute, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this, right? So I just wanted to record it, just I don't know, for funsies, and I did awesome. So let's take a look at this. So we're currently in a match with two carriers. It was me and a Ranger and an ally and Independence versus a Ryojo and a Saipan. Now, what's really cool is, so I maneuver my Ranger to park behind. Let me see if I have my mouse. I don't think you can see my mouse. If you can, we'll check it out. We park right here. So enough of that. Let's then just take a minute. So we're launching our bombers and our fighters and everything. We're getting kind of situationally aware. So I was thinking, oh crap, I'm against the Saipan. The Saipan's gonna have tier 9 fighters. It's gonna be awful. And so I was trying to launch my fighters to where my fighter goes first, but then I screwed up in the queue and stuff and ended up launching my bombers anyway. So I was like, okay, whatever. So what I decided to do is something super trolly and is go for the carriers, right? So I was just like, you know what? I have got to get rid of one of these carriers. This is really bad. Having a Saipan and having a Ryojo. A Ryojo has more planes than I do, and I'm in the tier 7, he's in the tier 6. So I start sending my planes out to the eastern flank and then start moving them north. And then we spotted the Saipan, if you can see on the map right there. We have the Saipan's last known position around B7, right? So we're taking a look at the Saipan's position. We're taking a look over on the western flank, and we see all these bombers. We're like, oh, crap, we got to go defend our buddy. Our buddy's going to get it. So we send our fighters over here, and we're just like, you know what, I'm gonna get this guy. This guy's going to go down. So I set up. I'm trying to do one of those strafing maneuvers, and are we successful? Yes, we are. We take him completely out. All right, and then I noticed all of these bombers over here. I was like, holy cow, this is like this is like really fortuitous of us to move our fighter in this position. So we clear out that whole fighter squadron or bomber squadron, and then we're taking a look, and I'm just like, you know what, I'm gonna try to do a reverse attack. Let's see if we can get lucky. And we got that guy too, and that bombers too. We got 7 in that strike. That was crazy. And then I tried to F and get those guys out of there. There's a cruiser over there. There's a fighter wing over there. Our fighter planes now are getting ate up. But you know what? We lose 6 planes for 15. That is not bad. Meanwhile, I'm up in the north positioning my bombers and my torpedo bomber to go in after this Saipan. And he right now is going, oh crap. And I was trying to line up right now. I'm thinking, okay, so I'm gonna set up the kind of position to get my planes aligned, and then I'm gonna do a manual drop. This is normally my tactic, what I like to do, because then if they do any kind of emergency maneuvering, I at least have some sort of basis on an attack, right? So we set 2 fires, we drop bombs, and then the guy, I think, he puts it out. See, he puts it out. He got 2 fires. He's like, no, we're good. But he did not notice or something. Maybe my torpedo bombers right there. You do not want to put out fires, guys, if you have a torpedo squadron like hanging in the air around you. And we just do such an awesome drop on him. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we got him on a devastating strike. We got 0 flooding on that, if you notice that, though. So, I mean, him putting out that fire was pretty good of him, but I got that devastating strike, so I immediately just deleted him. Then I noticed he was in the strike craft thing, and he could have given orders to his dive bombers to then try to sink us. So I send our fighters over here while we're waiting for our guys to cycle. I did notice that our torpedo bombers were getting lit up, so I sent them around. If you can see over there near like the C7 line, there's a Fuso and a cruiser, I think that's a buddy, and a farragut. So I was just like, oh man, my bombers gonna get ate up. So I tried to do a drop on these guys, take out a few. I got a few, but we kind of try to zerp around each other and play like kind of like footsie. in the air, so to speak, with, you know, because those 3 fighters are escorting that one dive bomber. So I was like, okay, I'm going to attack those guys. And then those guys started attacking us. So I was like, oh, man. So we were trying to kill them all. we were trying, all while we were waiting for our dive bombers and our torpedo bombers to get back to reload. So this I feel like we were kind of like out of play. And if you can notice up into the A point area, there's dive bombers and there's torpedo bombers all over there. I could have possibly gone over there and played a little bit more defensively for my team, but I was trying to get rid of these guys because these planes were actually spotting me. If you can see that, I'm detected. So now the enemy team knows where Captain Rune is, and I was like, oh man, this is terrible. I don't want to be that guy and get taken out. Like, so I was trying to get rid of the planes so it no longer spot me. And I just kind of sit there because I'm completely, they have to sail all the way south and then head east to even be in a line of fire kind of position for where my carrier is. So I felt completely safe and secure in this position to continue our go at trying to help take out the enemy team. Now at this point, it's still fairly even. We have 3 ships destroyed. They have 3 ships destroyed. Our points are similarly, you know, within like, what, 12 points of each other. We've got 2 points. They have 2 points. It's kind of crazy. I wasn't even focused up at the top of the screen, to be honest. I was just like, look, I'm going to try to help out our eastern flank here, maintain our Delta capture point, and help out our Aoba and our Colorado with our Molotov in the south there. So I'm trying to drop on this buddy, and I'm doing manual drops, right? And it's just like the RNGesus right here. Like, I did not pray correctly, because look at this. That's 2 bomb strikes, 2 whiffs, and I was just like, man, I cannot win for the life of me. So at this point, my torpedo guys have now cycled through, and I'm trying to send them up the chain. I'm taking a look at that Farragut up there at the same time. I'm taking a look at this buddy. You know, I noticed these guys over here, these dive bombers, and I'm sending my fighters now that have fully repaired. And I'm going to try to protect our Congo, who is on the western flank. Hopefully we can get there in time. Who knows? Let's go ahead and take a look at our buddy here. Now I'm trying to set up, so how you're seeing this here, in case you don't know, is I already toggled a point, and if you hit Shift and then Alt, it'll take into account that your planes have traveled the first destination and then is attacking from that one side. So that's how you were able to see me put out that that line really good. And see, look at that, 2 torpedo strike detonations, and boom, buddy gone. So just so you were aware, oh look, see, so our guys was in trouble over there, and then I saw those guys, and I was like, that's the best tactic too. If your fighters get locked up, if you press Alt and then attack somewhere else, you can technically pseudo-escape from somebody. Oh, and the Congo's AA shot down the last plane. So I'm going to go ahead and send my my fighters over to help out with this guy right here. Try to help mop that guy up there. So now we're completely double teaming him on that front. And while that's going on, my bombers are successfully cycled through. So again, guys, if you want to see the flight patterns change and you're doing like the shift right click, like setting up your multiple waypoints, if you right click to set a destination, then shift Alt, you can have a pattern, you know, then facing that one boat. And let me know if that makes sense in the comments down below, and then I'll try to do a video of it so I can show you in more detail if that is not enough. Now I'm trying to take out this Farragut, because you know how destroyers are, they're super annoying. And I hit him, but I didn't do a lot of damage. I spotted the torpedoes for our guys. I hit him again, set fire, disabled the torpedo. You know, I'm trying to right now with my fighters keep those guys to the western flank lit up so our team has a positional situation awareness. And then I notice a little bit later, a little bit sooner, that we've got a dive bomber, a torpedo bomber, and another dive bomber coming in at that Omaha. So I'm like, hey, Omaha, watch out. You know, I was clicking on him, you know, and I'm sending my fighters up there, and I'm trying to get a drop in the clouds here on this Farragut, and I was trying to think that he was going to stop and he wasn't going to be very. So I was like, I'm going to put it like right about there. That's a good spot, you know. And let's see if it was if it was close. Now, destroyers are fairly nimble, and look at that. He just barely got away from us. So I was like, okay, that's fine. Our fighters are here. Those bombers are waiting for us. He dropped a torpedo strike on that Omaha. I'm going to try to set up that strike right there. And look at this. He missed his dive bombers, and I deleted his dive bombers at the same time. And at this point, I was just like, my fighters, they don't have any ammo anymore. I only have 4 of them left. I'm just going to go back to base, right? So that's what I end up doing. We got a mini Kazi that I didn't notice when I was playing this game into the northwest, chasing that Ryojo. So the Ryojo is under attack from a destroyer. He's trying to go after that cruiser that's in the channel. I think if I was that Ryojo player, I would have spent all my dive bombers and torpedo bombers at that Minakaze to try to get him off of me. So we go ahead and we try to attack the Cleveland. Now this is really important. So Clevelands have that defensive fire cooldown stuff. And look what happens when I try to set up a dive bomber situation on him. I'm trying to line up, and then I'm going to do a manual drop, and see how that bubble like increases. That's him panicking our fighters. So I was like, crap. And now my fighters start dying, or my dive bombers at least. We try to go in there to do a drop. Yeah, we miss on that one. Number 4 is not getting picked on, and then it started to get picked on right at the beginning of the drop, but we ended up getting the fire, which was really nice because it caused him to start burning, so we had to put that out. Then I noticed this guy. This battleship is creeping really close to being in optimal firing range on me once he sees me. So I start sending my torpedo bomber squadron over to him because I'm going to say hi, you know, with, you know, my torps. So right here, I'm trying to do it again. I'm trying to set up a waypoint situation to where I can easily attack. And we're just going to get on over there. Now, what's going on the map over there? See that Minakaze? He's slowly working on that Ryojo in the northwest right there. Colorado's still over at the A point. We're trying to set up this attack here, and this battleship pilot is doing, or commander is doing a really good job at turning his vessel and trying to get, you know, get me at a disadvantage, allowing me to try to eat up my torpedo time and allowing him to like shoot my stuff down. But I did get 2 strikes on him and a flood, so he's bleeding. Now my dive bombers are cycling. I'm launching them all out to go send them at him. I am now detected, if you've noticed. He is now in prime location to shoot me. I noticed this. I start moving a little bit behind the island, which I should have done like minutes ago. That Cleveland is still being pesky over there and actually capped our point. I think that's C, right? That's C. Yep. And look at that. Oh, we just took heavy damage. That was painful. That was massively painful. But you know what? We're moving now, and we've got dive bombers coming up. So my torpedo bombers are now in the bay and cycling. So what I end up doing is I'm doing manual drops here, trying to get that auto line set up, and there we go. Hopefully that is enough. And we got him and set a fire. Now this is very crucial because remember he had to use his damage repair consumable because I set a flood on him. So we set a fire there. We set another fire there. Good strikes. He's bleeding out. I send my dive bombers over there because I think I'm going to die. So I just auto set to attack him just in case he lives. He's bleeding out with fire. He's withering down. Our other carrier guy is trying to steal our kill, but we got the fire kill on that battleship. Thank God. And so now what we're doing is we're cycling out our guys, and we're taking a look. We got the Colorado and we got the Fuso. Now I'm sending my torpedoes up to the Fuso right there. So this, like I'm telling you guys, this game was intense. There's no way I was going to be able to audio this while also do all this crazy stuff. So I'm trying to line up, and he's being really good. He's slowing down. He's doing this stuff. I'm trying to think about what's the best panel of attack here. We've got our allied dive bombers coming up over here. We got our guy cycling. I get a good number of torpedoes on this guy. Is it going to be enough? Yes, it is. And now the Fuso's gone. So now I've got our dive bombers situated. Our torpedo guys need to cycle. There's one left, and I was just like, oh, I looked up at this point and saw how much we've got, and I was just like, a Kraken would be nice. Because I was just like, man, that would be so awesome. Because I haven't played a carrier in like a good, oh, what was it, like a week or two? Since the last episode we did of carriers was the last time that we played. I don't even think it was a ranger, to be honest. I love the ranger, guys. You know, and it's just, you're at kind of a disadvantage when it comes to playing against other carriers that have more planes than you or more fighters, but you just have to kind of play to your strengths. And your fighters are really good and really powerful. This commander is only a 7-point commander, so he's not anywhere good because I promoted my ranger. Oh, excuse me. I promoted my ranger commander to the Lexington and the Enterprise. So my highest point captain, which isn't even a 15-point captain for carriers, is on the tier 8 style right now. So I only have a level 7, almost, well, not a level, but a 7-point captain, almost an 8-point captain. We actually get the point after this match, and hopefully you can see that in the thing. So our friendly carrier is trying to get him. Our destroyer launch is helping out, kind of withering him down. We're setting up to do some dive bombing. We set some more fires. The guy's bleeding massively. You know, he's slowing down. We're trying to kill him. We're doing our best. Our carrier, oh, look at that. We got high caliber and Confederate with the devastation strike. This is an awesome game for me. So awesome. And we got our dive or our torpedo bombers on their way, you know, and then we have the enemy carrier 2 coming with his stuff. Now, see, my torpedo bombers are way over near the channel still. And then I'm just like, I'm coming for you. Then I was like, no, the enemy, or our friendly CV is going to steal my Kraken from me. No. And guess what? Ninja dodge, sort of. He did get hit, but, but he didn't get killed. He's got 8k health left. He's trying to do, you know, try to stay alive. He's like, I got this. YOLO, right? And I was like, no, son. Listen, I have all of these torpedo guys. He did a good job. He shot down 2 of our aircraft, but we put down all of those torpedoes, and boom. Kraken unleashed, guys. So awesome. So let's take a look at our stats real quick. So we got almost 500,000 there, 7,400. Look at all those medals. Look at that, 131 damage, 131,000 damage. We placed top. You know, we shot down 40 of the enemy planes. That's crazy. Those are all the individual damage we did. Our credits that we got. Look, we ended up getting all that commander experience. We got that point. Let's look at this again. 5 kills, 8 fires, 2 floods. We did a lot, guys. We ended up doing some Defender medals too. High caliber, Confederate, Kraken unleashed, devastating strike. 8,000 and what, 60 experience total with free experience and regular experience. And we completed out one of our badges. Man, that was an awesome gameplay. So I just had to show you. I just literally did this one. But you know what, guys? That was super awesome. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all the likes and the comments and support that you guys leave. It really helps me out with the channel. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Carriers can be awesome, guys. And I'll see you in the next episode. Take care.